Let's talk about how divine feminines are so intuitive. Women in general are very intuitive. They know something is up when something is up. Their intuition power comes in and they just know. So if your divine masculine cheated on you and he knew that you were his divine feminine and God showed him that, but he continued to be with somebody else while acting like he liked you. He did like you and love you, but he was cheating on you behind the scenes, let's say. Then you should move on because God will sever this connection. He doesn't want divine feminine to suffer, but divine masculine is going to have to pay. And it's not like divine feminine sitting here wants him to pay, but God saw the pain divine feminine went through, the tears she went through, the heartbreak she went through. She only went to divine masculine was because she was guided by God. But God apologized for divine masculine and says, I'm sorry. But sometimes, people come in your life to teach you a lesson. And maybe your divine masculine came in your life or divine feminine, vice versa, came in your life to teach you something. Maybe they taught you to love yourself more. But I must say, when a divine masculine or a divine feminine cheats on you, that means they never loved you in the first place. Even thinking about cheating, they never loved you. So get that straight in your head. It doesn't matter if they're your soulmate, if they're divine, if they're twin flame. Anybody that cheats on you does not deserve your love. And God will show you intuitively or in dream form what happened. Because you keep on asking God, well, God, you told me this. God, you told me this. What happened? God said, I can't change people's hearts. The ego. I know you're probably getting tired of me saying the ego, but the ego is like a serpent in you, and you must destroy your ego. Yeah. It's like the ego is like the devil in you, wanting you to do things you really don't want to do, but you do it because it pats you on the shoulder and says, And do you know how many times divine feminine and divine masculines get hit on all the time? Because the energy is so strong. But they're always thinking about their person and they don't even go along to be hit on or be like, okay, I'll go out with somebody else. No, because they truly love that person. But when they find out that that person they love is cheating behind the scenes, how do you think that person feels? Now, if divine feminine did that to divine masculine would hate divine feminine with passion. But it's okay for him to do shenanigans? No. That's when God comes in and says, I don't think so. Yeah. You have to reap your karma sometimes, But if this has happened to you, then you should and shall move on. Because anytime you look at divine masculine or divine feminine's face, all you're going to be thinking about is you were with somebody else behind the scenes. That's all they're going to think about. Once that trust is broken, and this is the spiritual contract that he or she broke, they have to pay for that. You know, they have to pay for that by God. And they're like, divine feminine doesn't even want divine masculine to pay for it, but God says, no, they're gonna have to pay for your tears. Yeah, because they knew it was you, or vice versa. They each other knew, but they still continue to do shenanigans. How can you do that? That's not love. And that's why God comes in, he severs this spiritual contract, this spiritual connection or cord gets cut only by God. And he says, move on. Yeah. Yeah, a few days you'll be sad. Yeah, you'll be hurting. But guess what? God has a plan for you, whoever's watching. He has somebody better. Because God doesn't want you to suffer. Even though he knows that you genuinely love he or she, that person, I'm saying. But if that person ignored the spiritual contract and went behind the scenes and knew it was a spiritual contract and knew and led you on, intentionally led you on, and made a mockery of you in front of his friends and family, with his ego, that's not love. That's not love. That's just like, I don't even know what you call it. Being unloyal. It's because divine masculine or divine feminine has not healed from past lives. That's why they're born again this lifetime, to heal so they can come together. But this divine masculine has to be reborn again after this and go through this again. But divine feminine is free, meaning she just doesn't have to come back again, because she didn't fail to listen to the contract. She listened to her creator. She was sent from her creator to divine masculine, but divine masculine ignored her. Not only ignored her, led her on, and then cheated on her. This could be your story. Yeah. It's a story for many, as a matter of fact. Take what resonates. But they must pay. When you break a spiritual contract, you must pay. You might not pay now, and you might pay tomorrow. But you must pay. They will look for you when somebody else, but they will never find you. This is vice versa, even divine masculine or divine feminine, because you were their person and they were your person, and they had the audacity to just mess things up because they just could not wait for the connection, But divine masculine, they're divine feminine. In this case, divine feminine wishes the best for divine masculine. She doesn't have hate for anybody. She wishes one day he finds himself and he finds who he needs to find to settle within himself with his soul. Because that's who divine feminine is. She's not a hater. She was never a hater. She was a lover, And what good you are if you cannot fight for your love. And if you can't fight for your love, then you don't really love. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to fight for your love. But divine masculine couldn't fight for his love. Instead of him fighting for his love, he listened to his friends and his family members. And not only that, he cheated. But it's okay. Because divine feminine does not like leftovers. No, 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 no. But yeah, if this is your story, if it resonates, take what resonates. This is many people's story. This is why the twin flame journey and the soulmate journey is very difficult. But if you wait with divine timing, then it's good. But if you can't wait, then you go the other way because you have free will. But in this case, I feel like if God says that if divine masculine or divine feminine, this is vice versa now, was honest with divine feminine or divine masculine, let's say divine masculine should have told divine feminine, I'm sorry, I can't be with you. I can't. I just can't. I love you, but I can't be with you. Whatever it is, and walk away in a nice way. But no, they led this person on. And then not only that, cheated behind the scenes. Take what resonates. And don't assume this is my story. It could be your story. It could be your neighbor's story. I don't know whose story this is. I'm getting all these channel messages. So the message here is, just because they're a divine masculine or divine feminine, you got to be careful. You really got to know who they are. But once they lose that trust in you, they don't want to be with you. And I don't blame them. Would you want to be with them? Even if they apologized? Because you know what? Once a cheater, always a cheater. And that's why they say, love. When you love carefully. Cautiously. Love can break you or make you. But guess what? You got to be self-made in order to fall in love first, I think. If you're not self-made and you fall in love and then it doesn't work out, then what happens? You get crushed into red pepper flakes, right? But if you are self-made and you break up, let's say, then you can sweep yourself off the floor easily. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So regardless if it's twin flame, soulmate, whatever you label it, once somebody cheats on you, here's a message. You know your worth. You know when to walk away. I don't care how sorry they are. I don't. And you shouldn't either. Because cheating on somebody that you love, shame on you. That's what I say. But then again, God is good. Because just because one thing didn't work out for you, then God has plan A, God has plan B, God has plan C. Because God already knew what was going to happen, you know what I mean? He was testing divine feminine also. He was testing if she loves her person. And she passed the test with flying colors. So many times She had opportunities to be with other people that were nice people too, not even bad people, nice people that wanted to cherish her by her gold and diamonds. But she's not looking for gold and diamonds, you know. Her heart always spoke for divine masculine. And she said, I'm going to wait, God, I'm going to wait. And he would say, you passed. Yep. But then, like I said, we have all free will and divine masculine. This could be your story or couldn't be. I don't know. Went with his free will, knowingly what God directed him to do. He decided to choose another. And not only that, not even have the considerations apologize. Just did what he did behind the scenes. That's kind of being sneaky, but anyways, it is what it is. I hate to say that, but God is good. Now, if this is your story, and if you've passed as a divine masculine or divine feminine, and you didn't look other places, have wandering eyes for other people, and you've remained in solitude, waiting for your creator to guide you wherever he wanted you to go towards your person, then you are going to be blessed beyond blessed. And if you didn't wait and you cheated and you had a wandering eye, then you shall pay. And you shall remember this video, as a matter of fact. Anyways, enjoy.